Hello and welcome back to Papa B's Old Time Repair and Restoration. I'm Mike, and today we're going to do a little bit of a shop update of things that have been happening in the last couple of months here at the shop. So let's get started and see what we find. As we look outside, it's May the 8th of 2025 and it's raining in Fairview, America. After having a really dry March, we actually got some good rains in April, and May is starting off the same way, so we're really blessed to have this. It's been a long time since we've had a good general rain like this in northwest Oklahoma. So now that you've got the weather report, let's turn and we'll look inside and see what's going on in the shop. As we step inside, we can see that something's missing out of the shop, and that's the AR. We did get the AR finished. It hasn't been picked up yet. It's over in the next building, and we'll go over here in a little bit and we'll take a look at that and how it finished up. But this tractor was waiting on me when I got out here to the shop yesterday morning, and it needed a clutch. So we got this tractor split, getting ready to get the parts in to get the clutch put back in it. This is a 631 Ford, and doing this for a friend of mine, and so we'll get that to go in here as soon as the parts arrive. The DI project has been kind of stalled since the last video, mainly due to having to get the AR project finished up. But I did get the main case set up on this platform so I could move it about. I've been doing some cleaning on the inside. I have a friend who has a hot water pressure washer, and he's allowed me to use that from time to time, and I really appreciate that. And so as soon as we get some time, we'll go get that. We'll get to scrubbing on this main case and get it cleaned up so we can start back with the assembly. One thing that I was able to do is I was able to remove the paint off of the serial number plate. I have just a little bit of a wrinkle right above that rivet, but it is not torn, so I believe that we can get that straightened out. I've gotten it cleaned out from behind the tag pretty well, so we'll end up just masking that. I'm not sending the case out to be sandblasted because I don't want anything to happen to that item right there. So we're going to end up doing a wire brush and get this cleaned up as good as we possibly can. You can sure see the yellow paint in and out. The green paint that was sprayed over it has came off fairly easily, but there is just not enough of the yellow paint left to save. So with that, we're of course going to go back and repaint. I have been doing a few things just in my spare time. I've got in those bags there, I've got the differential bearing quills already cleaned up and the bearings inspected, and that's ready to go back in as soon as we get the time and get the case cleaned up. If you'll remember in the last video when we removed the axle housings and the sprockets and finished gutting the case, we discovered this tractor had 35 2-sprockets in the back. And I thought at the time it might have had 41s and it had 35s put in it. But it looks like, according to the chains that were in, the number of links that were added, that a tractor originally had 28 2-sprockets. So I started the search for a pair of 28 2-sprockets, and I called a few of the collectors, parts people that I thought might have them, and actually called all around the upper Midwest, Kansas up to Minnesota, North Dakota, around looking for sprockets. And would you believe, I actually found a pair 3 miles from the house. And what a blessing that was. The other people that I contacted did not have any at all, or any spare sets to sell. But I was out at a friend's place and he has several salvage Ds, and I was getting some other parts that I needed for the DI project, fan drive, discs, sorted other things. And I happened to glance down into the open transmission case of the D right beside me, and I could not believe what I saw. I got the tape measure out and verified it, and there we are. A set of 28 2-sprockets for the DI project. So that was a great find, and I sure appreciate Mark for donating those to the project. One other thing that I've been working on, kind of in my spare time, is this PTO drive out of the DI. And when I first pulled it out, of course it still had the original transmission grease and everything over, and really it felt good. I didn't think I was going to have any issues with it, but I decided to tear it down and clean it up, and I found that this race right here, let's see if you can get it where you can see those marks in there. See those marks right there in that race, and of course that is the race for the big bearing that goes right here. But I could feel those. Let me get that back in focus. There we go. I could actually catch my fingernail in those grooves right there. I don't know if that was just from riding in one position and not being used or what. But anyway, I thought, well, there's no need of putting new races on old bearings, so thanks to eBay, we have got the new bearings for both sides of this gear. I believe these bearings are fine. And one thing that I thought was unusual, and I have never had one of these apart before, is there is no replaceable race in that drive gear. Those races are machined into the gear. So I was thankful that that was okay. So we'll get this back together and get it bagged up, and that'll be one more thing off of the list on the DI. Okay, that about takes care of everything that's happening over in my shop. Now I'm going to take you over to Susie's building and we'll do a quick walk around to the AR and I'll show you a few clips of before and after and some of the things that we did to it. So I hope you enjoy that. We've made it over into Susie's building and I'm going to flip the camera around and show you. She's been gracious enough to let me store a few of my things over here. So we'll give you a view of everything here and we'll take a look at the AR. All right, I got my Model H here. Got my 29 Model A Ford pickup project. See, we store our camper and our pickup and our gator and a few things. But here's the AR. And I think it turned out fairly well. Get backed up here to where you can see it a little better. Now I know one thing that is going to be said right off the bat, that that's the wrong muffler, and yes, you are correct, that is the wrong muffler, but I'm pretty much doing what the owner has requested, and I'll leave it up to him to change that muffler to the shorter style should he desire to do that. But we have had this tractor out, we've ran it some, and you'll see a few of those clips here in a little bit. But overall, I think it came out pretty well. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. So we're waiting for the weather to straighten up, and the owner is going to come and drive it, put his seal of approval on it, and then it will be going home. All right, we've moved back over here where the rain noise isn't quite so intense, but it's something that's kind of unusual here to have a general rain like this, so we're really enjoying it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this small compilation of the last couple months' work here in the shop, the projects we've gotten out, the projects that we've taken in, the ongoing project with the DI, and hopefully we'll get back to doing some regular videos before long. I would like to say that coming up in June, as most of you are well aware of, is Classic Green in West Bend, Wisconsin. And Susie and I are planning on making the trip to West Bend for Classic Green. So if you happen to see us walking around during Classic Green, please feel free to stop, say hi. I would really enjoy meeting the people that watch my videos. It's always fun when you get recognized from some of your video content. So looking forward to that. So with that, I think that's a wrap from Papa B's Old Time Repair and Restoration. I sure hope you've enjoyed the video, and we sure appreciate you all liking, subscribing, and commenting on the videos. And with that, we're going to say so long for now. We'll see you at Classic Green.